Hello, welcome to the Steven Show. This is my guest, Jayla. Hi, welcome to the... Hi. I have a guest today. Hi, my name's Steven, and today I'm going to be telling you and Jayla, my special guest, about week 6 in acting class. Dun dun dun! I don't want to, actually I'm not going to talk about the lesson. I'm only going to talk about the good stuff. So, my scene, you know, we did Malcolm and Marie. Oh.
Gotta get the book.
We did, as you know, we did Malcolm and Marie.
Can't go anywhere without the book.
This should be the thumbnail.
What's the hands?
Week 6. Malcolm and Marie was the scene.
You just threw the book.
Malcolm and Marie was the scene. Week 5. I told you I felt like I couldn't really get where I wanted to be. So I took some time and I read the scene multiple times while no one was home. What's that mean? What's that mean? What do you mean? When it came time to give notes, something the teacher said, she said, I was going to tell you to talk to her like a child, but you already started to do that, and I love it.
Doesn't seem to matter what I do. I'm always number 2.
For the second take, she gave my scene partner like a paper. I don't know.
Using my used tissue.
Well, you have used tissue on your. What? Can I use this?
Yeah.
Oh, this is mine actually. So
Yeah, for real.
So she took a piece of paper and she kind of just like was folding it and folding it, and then she started to like rip it up. And I was about to say my first line, "You're angry," and the teacher said, "Give it some more time. Like, just watch her, just observe her, just sit before you say your first thing." And I was sitting, and I was watching her fold up the paper, like very angrily or like annoyed and irritated. And then the teacher asked me, "How are you? How are you feeling?" And I was like, "I'm annoyed." And then she was like, "Great, start the scene." And she was kind of like over in this space, and I was behind her on the couch. She was in a different chair. Mm-hmm. And I was calling for her and saying all these things, saying all these things. And I got up and I went over to her, and then she got up when I came over, and then she sat on the opposite end of the couch where I was, and with her back toward me. And then I was like, "How do you know?" And she was like, and she turned around and she was like, "Because I know you." And I was like, "What's that mean?" And then she went back to doing the paper, and then I was like, "What's that mean?" And then I like went over, and she was like doing the thing with the paper right here, and I was like, "What do you mean?" And then she like stood up, and then
Got in your face.
She got in my face, and she said all of this. She said the next line. Her in my face initiated the emotion and the reaction. And I was like, "Why is it that anytime?" And I was getting in her face and I was poking her, like in her shoulder, repeatedly, while I was saying my line.
You got those nimble fingers too. That must hurt. You've poked me before. I'm like,
So she was
right there in that spot.
Yeah, exactly. Get in.
Give me a minute. Ow! See, that was already too much.
Why is that anytime? Blah, blah, blah. And like we were in each other's faces, and then blah 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 blah, and she was like, "Oh, really? You want to do this?" And I was like, "Yeah, I want to do this." And she was like, "Okay," and I was like, "All right, no, tell me what the going on."
Your speech, Malcolm.
Give me a break. And then, and I was like, I was like very much in her face and blah blah blah, and poking her,
spitting on her.
and poking her, probably. Spitting on her.
Yeah.
At one point, she was like, poke me one more time, and I was, and she was heated, and I was like, oh, that's not scripted.
And she said,
well, I didn't, and then she was like, yeah, that's what I thought. She's like, she's like, you're not a man, and I was like, oh, me poking you makes you not a man. She's like, that's one of many things, and she walked away after she said that, and I like, I turned around and she had her back toward me, and then I like poked her, and then she turned around, she slapped me.
And you weren't expecting that?
I wasn't expecting that. That's not something we had scripted or anything.
Did you? But you guys had talked about boundaries, and you were like, we're fine. She's like, okay.
We never mentioned slapping. We said what our boundaries. What wasn't okay.
Yeah,
but yeah,
like, just don't touch my butt. She's like, I could slap him then.
She just like just straight up like turned around and smacked me because I poked her.
Smacked you?
Actually smacked me. Yeah,
it was like hard.
Yeah, like actually like hit me in the jaw and stuff like that.
I love that. That's good.
She was turned around, and then I poked her on her right shoulder, like while I was saying something, and then she turned around and smacked me like midline.
Oh man!
Which was like was so wild. Everyone was like, "Oh!"
I wish that was her. And
everyone just.
I want a reason to smack you sometimes.
The teacher said that she was crying because it was so intense and so emotional, and she was like, "Wow, I really felt everything that you guys were giving." And I think like one or two people, when our scene ended, stood up and clapped, and I was like, "Oh, standing ovation." After class, I was talking to another student, and she was like, I couldn't tell it. I don't know if you noticed, but like during the scene, everyone was like, oh, ah, and like very tense and all of that. And then she was like, yeah, you legitimately scared me. You legitimately scared me. She was like, I had no idea what you were going to do next. Yeah, so that was cool.
If you could encapsulate your growth in one sentence.
Feel my feelings. Feel my feelings.
As in you're learning to? Or what do you mean?
Yeah, I remember, I mentioned this in the last camps. I mentioned how you said that I will often know my feelings, but I won't feel my feelings. Like I'll say that I'm upset, but then I won't like be upset. And I was learning how to feel my feelings in a safe way. Even the feelings that feel unsafe to me, like anger. I would definitely recommend taking this class, though people don't know the name of the class or the school. So
well, if you want to take the class and you have serious interest in taking the class,
you can
feel free to ask any questions, maybe. Or
comment below.
Or like I don't know. Does YouTube have DMs? I don't really know.
I don't think so. Comment, and then I can email you, or you can email me, and we can talk.
Yeah.
If anyone's watching this video, that's not my mom.
Anyway.
Yeah, like, comment. I don't know how to do outros.
Like, comment, subscribe, and if you have any...
Smash that like button.
If you wanted to find out what happened to my thumb, which is gross, watch this video.
You can put a little card up there.
But I won't actually have made the video when this video comes out.
Let's see if I can do it. If you want to see more of his acting journey, if he decides to take ongoing classes, let us know, because then he'll make more videos.
If you want to see me where my hair doesn't look like crap.
In the arms of the angel. I think everything you said is good. I'm proud of you. Feel your feelings.
If you want to see us in more videos, wearing matching gray tones.
Never happens.
It'll never happen again.
She's looking for a sugar one. It's like, let's boost that algorithm.
Murder Inc. Jarrell. Ashanti. You don't know? Jarrell?
I've heard of him, her,
Wow.
them.